Hello, everyone. I'm Linda Wakka, a student in Ukraine in the second year, and I'm so happy to be with you on Soundsphere magazine with TAAT, the songwriter from USA. Hello, Rita. Hello,
Hi,
TAAT. You okay?
Linda. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
By the way, TAAT was my friend. She was working with Sky News TV as Arabic presenter. Okay, Dad,
Good days, right?
how
The
did
old
you
good
get
days.
from the journalism world into songwriting?
Yeah, it's actually it's a quite a journey. It was unplanned, to be honest. It's one of my path surprises. As you know, I used to work since I was like kind of 19 years old in journalism. Then I established a whole career in journalism. I was news anchor for like 11 years then. But all the way, I had this in me. Like I love music. I love to sing. I like in my days off, I used to go to a studio to record some songs, not mine, were like covers. But this wasn't me all the time. But I've never thought of take it to this level or like to study music academically. So what happened is in 2017, I got married. So I had to relocate and I moved to Boston, USA. I used to live in Abu Dhabi. And then for some reason, I couldn't work. Like there was so many reasons, like logistics, my papers and stuff. So I wanted to study something because I couldn't just sit and do nothing. I applied to the New England Conservatory as the conservatory in Boston, and they took me in. There was like a program for adults. It was 2 years program, and I studied classical singing there. It was like in classical music certificate. It was very, very interesting. So they taught me not only the singing, which is very technical, they taught me how to write score, how to read music. I still very, very slow, but now I have the skills. And it was very comprehensive in music, and I developed like, wow, I can do that. Later on, I just wanted to expand. I got a certificate from Berkeley Online in music production and songwriting. So here I am.
What do you care about more? It's the lyrics or the melody?
Okay. So in general, there is this theory which is partly true, that melody is the first thing that gets the audience attention, right? Especially if it has a hook, or like a catchy melody. For me, I decide on the topic first.
Yeah.
So the melody should follow the topic. If the topic is happy, the melody kind of gonna be happy. It depends, And then I start crafting the lyrics, not rhymed, but also related to the topic, like what I want to say in this song. And then I do another edit. I'm a journalist, so I do this kind of stuff. Well, it's very related, to be honest. And then there is, in music, there is feeling to each chord or to each scale. So I associate the meaning I want with a modulation or the key or the chord I use. So I play this game with lyrics to melody. There is a very strong relation between them, both of them. So they work hand to hand.
Already had too many transformations, forgot the real self, wondering who am I. Never believe the fake smiles and celebrations. You never know what's hidden in the eyes. I don't belong, I can't relate, I'm not interested. Don't make me feel like you're dealing with a cycle. complexity. You never get it when you're deep. Is my shallow, given my freedom for the sake of stability? How can I train my spirit to be a shadow?
This was my very first release, and it was kind of a collaboration in our music production class in Wakka online. So the melody was my friend's melody. Her name is Megan, and I wrote the lyrics and did the arrangement, electronic arrangement, and another student helped me with or helped us with the mixing. So it means a lot to me. I love it, and it has a backstory. Like it's talking about the mermaid, like the classic fairy tale. Yeah, and how about how when you change your environment for someone else, you end up miserably, like she ended up miserably, like, you know. So yeah.
Okay. Rita, what is your favorite part to be a songwriter?
The creation.
Yeah.
Being a singer, I wanted to be a singer, or like not a legit singer. Like I wanted to enhance my ability to sing. But when I started songwriting, it's a different story. It's like writing a book and reading a book. This is the songwriting and singing. The writer is the writer. He does it like only one person can write this thing one time. It's for the songs and for the books, for everything. It's the creation. The singer, like there is infinite possibilities of singing or of people who can sing good or bad, but songwriting is only one time. And there is like the sky is the limit, especially with the music production. When you pair it with arrangement, oh my God, it's I love it. You can express your feelings. You can actually, people can relate to your songs, and this is the great part of it. I love when I write something and I find something else related to my song. I feel like I'm useful, you know.
Okay, that's the most favorite thing for you, but what about the hardest thing to be songwriter?
Yeah, here we go. Well, now I'm talking about the exciting part, right? It's I was going from the journalism and media to the music, which was totally different. I was over 30 when I started this, so I thought at that point that like my life is done, I cannot like learn something completely new, but I did. So I was very excited. Well, the tough part is once you're done from the studying phase, you hit the reality. Now you need to have a product, you like to have the songwriting as your job. Otherwise, it's going to be a hobby, right? So creation and having fun with the work and give the feeling and everything is something, and marketing and business is something else. So this is a big struggle. In music, we call like musician, like struggling musician. You know, there is like everybody consider themselves like struggling musician because it is a struggle. In order to get your song out to the world and get the maximum possible number of people listen to it is very difficult. It's very expensive if you want to hire somebody to do the marketing till you start making money. This is one thing. The second thing, you just don't have support. No support till you make it. This is like well known, unless you are born and raised in with the musicians and your family knows about the business. Otherwise, you're not going to get any support till you make it. And this is what I'm dealing with now.
Yeah. I think it's a problem, but you can do it. You can do it. You can get this relationship. You are a journalist, and you should have a good relationship. Although you are living now in USA, and it's a big country, it's a massive, but there's a good chances there. You can find yourself there.
Yeah, you know, but sometimes you can't be optimistic all the time. I was like that when I was student. I'm gonna make my first hit and everything. But I realized recently that writing in Arabic, like targeting the Arabic market, is a lot easier, probably because I realized there is a gap in the topics. For example, I released an Arabic song, or my first Arabic song in the summer. It's called عمري فوق 30. My age is over 30.
Yeah.
So it got a little success, a little more than I expected, because people started to relate to the topic. Like it was about if I'm over 30 years old and I'm not married, not having kids. So just don't give me your advice.
Yeah, yeah.
So people related to it.
Let's hear this song. I like it so much.
Oh, really?
Let's hear it. Yeah.
La la la. ماشي حالي تعامل معي معروف وتوفر نصايح خليك بحالك وشوف من هلا ورايح عمري فوق 30 بس ما خلصت حياتي أيامي أحلامي صدقني ماشي حالي وإذا ما زبطت معي اتجوز أو جيب أولاد مو يعني تعتبرني إني بعداد الأموات ليه بدك ياني أعيش مثل كل الناس كل واحد عنده ظروف خلي عندك إحساس عمري فوق 30 وبعرف آخد قراراتي موالي من راسي عندي وقت ووقتي غالي وإذا الدنيا أخذتني من غير طريق مو يعني تعتبرني إني ضاعت برا القصير.
We come back again to the words. How do you get the words when you try to find the idea? You say that the creation is the most favorite thing in this job, in this career. So how do you get this idea to start write this song?
Okay, so two things. First, when you take a songwriting class, when you study kind of songwriting, they teach you techniques. It's not always about your personal experience and how you feel and stuff, because they say like artists go through phases, and sometimes you just find yourself with no inspiration at all. So they teach you some techniques to figure out a topic or like some exciting or not really regular lyrics. So they teach us this, but mostly for my case, it's from my personal experience. I wrote a couple of songs about friends because it was kind of a homework, but it's like I feel something like عمري فوق 30 is I'm over 30. I was really annoyed by society. I used to be married, and like after a few years, people started to really ask me like, why you're not having kids? And when you're, those kind of questions. So I started to feel the pressure and like, you know what, I'm over 30, but my life hasn't like it's I'm still alive,
Yeah.
This song inspired by this. And most of my songs are inspired by like a moment where I'm really thinking of what's happening around me, or like, so.
Yeah. Rita, you are multilingual, and my question is, could you sing and write in all the three languages?
Only in Arabic and English. French, I speak some. My French was much better in the past, but I'm not practicing at all. But I can sing in French, Italian too, because in opera they teach you like you have to sing in Italian. German was very difficult for me. Like no success with that. Oh, it's very difficult. But Italian, French is easier. Singing is something, and writing is something else. Writing English and Arabic, I'm fine with it.
So let's listen Parole.
Yeah, Parole is a cover. I did the remix. I did the production part of it. Yeah. It's Dalida. It's Mina, actually, Italian singer, and then Dalida made it famous, and I did the remix here.
Bonbon et chocolat. Merci pas pour moi, mais tu peux bien les offrir à une autre qui aime le vent et le parfum des roses. Moi, les mots tendres revêts de douceur se posent sur ma bouche, mais jamais sur mon cœur. Des mots, toujours des mots, les mêmes mots, rien que des mots magiques, des mots tactiques qui sonnent faux, tellement faux. Rien ne t'arrête quand tu commences. Si tu savais comme j'ai envie un peu de silence.
There is I've done another music video for the full song, like if they're interested next time.
For Parole?
Yeah, but that's I like to do some making of. It's fun.
Okay, how do your musical influences inspire you?
Well, it's I think it's the learning progress. This was my main inspiration. Studying in the US with like brilliant teachers, when you see the encouragement, how they like, I started knowing nothing about music, but even though they were always encouraging me, never criticizing, but just pushing me to do better. My teachers were my inspiration. I would say that. And seeing all the students, even like most of them are great musicians, seriously, like in classical music and in electronic, seeing the struggle, seeing that everybody have the same issues, that make you stronger and, like inspires you to just continue like everybody else.
Yeah. TAAT, what genre of music do you prefer and why?
Okay, so the genre I'm doing is kind of pop, but the music production can decide what genre it will end up with. Like you can write a song on a piano, it can be jazz or can be EDM, can be anything. It depends on how you produce it. But I mean, lyrically, it's more on the pop side because it's more popular, right? Pop. I like EDM, electronic dance music. I like the production, I like the beat. Because I studied some classical, I like to add some operatic notes here and there. So yeah, at least in the background. So this is the genre, like pop, EDM, opera house, sometimes I call it. I don't know.
The first person you ask him to or her to hear your songs?
My teachers. I don't think there was like a friend, but not close friend. One day she listened to one of my tracks. It wasn't a song, it was like just dance track. And she said, it's amazing. I wanna listen to it. And it wasn't released yet. So that encouraged me. But to be honest, I have zero support. I'm very confident to say I have zero support from the close circles. The only support I get from people who don't know me, when I release something exciting like عمري فوق 30, I got really good support, but otherwise I know. I'm sorry, just my teachers and my classmates.
How do you try to find out a way to start and push yourself in this market?
It's difficult. It's pretty difficult. Now I'm figuring out. That's why I thought Arabic market would be like a little bit easier for me. I reached out to like Anghami. It's the like a spot, like it's a big platform in Arabic, the Arabic music. So I reached out to them, and we have kind of small marketing campaign each time I release music. So this is helping. This is helpful. Social media can help you too, but you need to be excited about it, which I don't have all the time. With no like close support, you need to be strong yourself. I'm trying, I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna be a successful name,
Yeah.
TAAT, because you deserve it. So, is there any message you try to convert by your songs?
Oh yeah, I try to address some issues. Like even when I talk about love, I talk about, for example, abuse. I may talk about abuse. I may talk about gaslighting. I may talk about like I might talk about like that social issue, like the stigma. I try, even when it's a love song, I try to address a specific issue that people suffer from. Yeah, using my journalist background.
Would you like to add something to your audience?
First, thank you, Linda, for thinking of me and having me today. It means a lot.
And welcome. We are
frustration.
We are so happy with you today. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say thank you for everybody who would watch this interview. It means a lot to me.
Double the dose, I'm now thinking why I do exist. Everything happened for a cause, and now I'm searching for an exit. This diamond circle is so tight, feel it around my neck. I was hoping to blossom, but I'm holding in sick. It's not for me, it's not for me. Where is the exit? It's not for me, it's not for me. Please let me go. It's not for me, not for me. Show me the exit. It's not for me, it's not for me. I need to breathe. It's me, not you. It was pleasure meeting the club. When your dream comes true, maybe it's time to wake up.